Aloha. Tell you what, I'm just going to show the drum exercise cadence for today over here on the set. I hope that it's loud enough. Tell me if it isn't in the video comments and I can turn it on for the next one if we use the set. So what I want you to do is see two approaches to what I'm doing here with my arms, my limbs, and my legs. And I'm hoping that on the screen you can still kind of see the hi-hat here. I'm backed up a little bit, leaning back, and my cadence. The one thing you're going to want to really make sure you're doing is when you're going through the process of hearing any fill, no matter what it is, 1, 2, 3, is that your hand can play the beat you want and then return back for the beat. So if you're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the constant idea is you want to hear this hi-hat being able to go tap, 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 tap. So sometimes we do something like a, do you see how my foot on the hi-hat control is keeping that beat? 1, 2, 3, 4 is the same as 2, 3, 4. So what we do is we get really good at hearing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. An exercise you can do is to play your beat 1, 2, 3, and then to differentiate it, maybe play eighth notes on the hi-hat control. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All those eighth notes are happening during. You don't necessarily have to do it, but it will fill out the sound. So the other thing you need to be very, very careful of while you're building your skills is to use your rudiments for the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1, 2, 3. Notice how I hit the snare there. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. I did a ghost note naturally. Da 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 da. It adds a little something. You don't have to do these, but be aware that you don't have to do da 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 and then together. You can have a da 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 da, or a da 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 da, or ba da ba da ba da ba da ba. Anything you can create in your brain within the time that you have between the 1 E and a 2 E and a crash, 1 E and a 2 E and a crash. You've got that time to fill, which is why they're called fills. So the concept is try that beat with your quarter notes, with your wrist. Try those with your quarter notes with your molar technique, giving a good inflection for the first one, and then using your finger work to play the rest of the beats. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a would allow you to do the accents that you were asking about in the beginning of the session. So if we have this at 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same beat, but we're playing eighth notes on the hi-hat. So when we go for our fill, try and keep the eighth notes on your right foot. I'm sorry, on your left foot. Be clear, what I'm doing on my left foot is eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. Subdivided, they could be considered 16 notes, but they feel like eighth notes because I'm counting my 4/4 as 1 on my foot. I hope that made sense. The other thing we could do is influence what we were doing with our rudiments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. What I did was I did single strokes on the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, crash. The next time I'm going to try 16th notes rather than the eighth notes. Right? Next time go back to the eighth notes. You can be practicing your hi-hat as well. 2, you're going to want to return to the 1. So that is what we will be practicing on. Simple rudimentary grooves, and then introductions of building your own fills. Lots of fun. It was good seeing you. And I notated in my schedule about October, out for 2 months, and we've got plenty of time up till then. Aloha.